Hi, I'm Keegan, and this is a bunch of gamers. We're finally back with our Pugmire game, and I'm going to go around the table and have my players introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Christine, and I'm playing Vesper, Catist von Wrex.
Hi, I'm Thomas, playing Sheen.
I'm Liam, and I play Tucker.
I'm Michael, and I'm playing Bernard.
I'm Mike, and I'm playing Tagbard.
So, last time, you had entered the strange temple looking for a relic with Willard. You had come across several badgers living in this underground complex to try and survive the harshness of the wilds and the forest. And so, you had come to an agreement, and the chieftain had allowed you to stay. You had taken a rest with the other badgers, and he had informed you that there was a room to the north of you that might be related to the relic you seek, as they didn't want to risk their own searching for this relic. You have finally awoken. You assume it's morning, but it's difficult to tell in this underground environment. As you see the stream, an underground stream feeding into a little pool at the corner of the room that the badgers are using for water. You see the torches upon the walls, giving long shadows, and you slowly wake up. Next page.
So have we gotten the map from the badgers yet?
Oh,
Bridget.
yeah, give me a piece of paper real quick, and I will give you the map.
Which room is the relic room?
You are in here, and he's saying that it's somewhere there.
Ah. Simple enough.
And there are Barathrag. Is there a Barathrag? No,
Ram-Maraks are the...
those are the things. Sorry.
There are Ram-Maraks, and also,
Ram-Maraks.
I think the Badger Chieftain's name is Coolmark, correct?
Yes.
Didn't write
Okay.
that.
Yeah. But yeah, they're Ram-Maraks, and they're
Ram-Maraks.
Necromancers.
Yeah. Oh God, the Necromancers.
Yes, as you found out from, hey, we killed him. Fuck this.
Was
This
already
is
at
when
fuck this.
This is when we shut the door, and we keep it shut.
Yeah.
I have no regrets. I got
As you are informed that the central room here is the battleground, and that is as far as they've gotten into Ram-Marak territory.
Oh. Alright.
It is filled with traps from both sides to make sure that the other does not incur into the other's territory.
So this section here is fuck this.
Traps.
No, that's traps. This is the first room that they got to.
We haven't been there. That's the fuck this room.
No, this is fuck that. That's fuck this.
Okay.
There's a difference.
Okay.
They're both fucks, just different kinds.
Of course. And so I'm going to break this up into, as you're going through I'm going to break it down into exploration turns, which are similar to combat turns. Exploration turns, 10 minutes is one turn. You'll be able to move about twice your speed in an exploration turn, because the assumption is you're moving cautiously. If you want to not move cautiously, you can quadruple that speed, but then your passive notice goes down by 2. And then you will explain what you're doing for the next 10 minutes when I ask you what you're doing for your turn. And that can include standard actions such as patting down walls for secret doors, things like that. So
The real question is, can I reserve any of my time for rebuttal? It's a serious question.
in what way?
Can I do half of, like, spend 5 minutes of an action and wait to see what the rest of the group is doing and react accordingly? Because in theory, these are all happening contemporaneously, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So,
But I could also interrupt the turn saying 5 minutes in, someone found a secret door.
fair enough.
And then I could ask, do you want to change your action?
I would like to call that my rebuttal, please.
Okay,
Counsel?
agreed.
Would that be sustained?
Yeah, I think so.
It's so ordered.
Huh?
You could just say it's so ordered.
It's still
There wasn't an objection here. I can make an objection if you'd like.
No, thank you.
So.
Some people play with rule lawyers. We play with actual lawyers.
You play with both.
Fair. Alright.
Do we know this side room here? So this is our.
That's so this is the room where you met the chief.
Okay, that's okay. And then what? This is not. This is where we met the Badgers initially. Then.
No, you met the Badgers initially in this room.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I was.
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought so. You pointed to that.
Oh, sorry. So this is. I'm just gonna say.
Chief.
Chief. Yeah. Okay. This is entry.
Cool mark.
I'm not.
Where did we sleep?
We slept here. You are here.
Oh, okay.
Or I'm sorry, you guys slept in this one. You haven't gone into that one yet. That's
Okay, so you
We're here.
are here.
You haven't been in this
We
room
would
yet.
like to go here, I'm assuming.
That's up to you.
Or here.
They told us where they think the relic is at, right?
Yeah, they said that this room is the room that they've seen and they don't want to have anyone there.
We might as well go straight there.
I mean, we can check the side room.
I mean, we ought to at least make sure the side room door is locked before we walk past it.
Yeah.
Fair.
I guess we head towards the side room door.
The question mark room, as it were.
Okay, so you actually have to leave through the hallway. You pass through. You're assuming no traps, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
As you all move, it takes less than 5 minutes, obviously, to get there, as it is. Yeah, you can get there without cautious movement easily. You get there, you open the door up. As you hear the wailing of several babies and things like that, as you see women holding their children and a couple guards as they go, "Who are you?"
Sorry, we hadn't had this room explained. Close the door.
Okay.
Probably not going to get killed from this room. I think we can move on.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shall we paint an X on the door so we know?
Why would they be like, "Why are you painting an X on the door?"
So we know it's safe.
I think we can remember.
Famous last words.
You could write down on the map the nursery.
It seems like it's all the non-combatants because you saw also old badgers there and things like that.
Child things.
I mean, it's still a nursery then.
Well,
It says child things and it says old things.
Old men, old women, injured.
It's called a nursery home. They just
Okay.
put old people in it.
Fair enough. Basically, all the non-combatants live there,
Old things.
and then
It's
it
a
has
badger
3
village.
guards.
We're good.
It's just a badger village.
So, round 2. What would you like to do?
Guess we're head to the room they don't want to go to.
Okay. As you open the door, this room has miniature suns explode up into the ceiling, filling the area with light. The door, while looking like wood, feels metallic to the touch as it slowly opens and slides open the strange stone yet not stone floor. You see 3 suits of armor leaning forward. One a dark gray, one a brilliant crimson and orange, washing together, and one that seems to be made out of pure gold. As you enter and cross the barrier, you see words starting to form upon the walls in bright golden lettering, hanging off the walls several inches, as if hovering there, as you hear a kind of click, 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 click from the walls around you, as you see the words form, "Ripped from the earth, beaten and burned, I become a bloodthirsty killer. What am I?" And you see an altar rise up, open up, and seems to have a space for it that looks humanoid, similar to the armor.
So there's the gray metal, there's the orangey red, and then gold.
Yes.
Oh.
Probably. I could see arguments for the gray metal, assuming it's just some sort of like steel or something. But also for the gold being used in weapons as well.
What was it again?
Ripped from the earth, beaten and burned, I become a bloodthirsty killer. What am I? I think it's a metaphor.
Might be.
the only thing I could think of would be vampire bat.
From the earth? Some kind of food.
as Willard's going, should we inspect the armor?
Is the armor the same kind that we...
Yeah, but it's non-moving.
Okay.
At least right now. It's
Yeah,
not.
at least right now.
Willard, why, as our sage here, why don't you go first to look at these?
I think we could examine from afar. Or perhaps as a group.
We wouldn't want to crowd you, of course.
Oh, by no means. But you know.
Shall we move closer then?
Yeah.
I will make sure I have the sword at the ready.
Okay.
Just in case.
As you get closer, the armor still does not move. Hanging down. And it seems to have, as you get closer, you see little lines form around them. Each one moving across the floor in the most direct path to the altar. It's a glowing blue line, like lightning, on the floor.
Carrots, onions, potatoes. What's something poisonous?
Can we
Lots of things.
Can I
Garlic.
walk up to the gray
Grapes.
suit?
Uh-huh.
I don't want to get
That
close
you would
enough to
rip
touch it
from the
necessarily, but I want to
earth.
get close enough to see if I
Beaten and
notice
burned,
anything
like
like
a
the
vegetable.
texture.
Okay.
Smash
roll
it
your
and
notice
then
for
cook
you.
it.
What's your notice modifier?
Poisonous to us?
It's wisdom, right?
Yes.
So 0 but plus 2 proficiency because I have
Okay.
that skill.
No, but they're tomatoes.
It looks
Makes it
smooth. Smooth with a couple dings here and there. There's something familiar about the material, but for some reason it's not clicking to you.
It could just be iron.
And can we get closer to the second one, the orange and red?
Yes, you can.
See if we notice anything.
Yep.
Like, does it look metal or a different material?
Okay. I'll roll that again for you. It looks like metal, but you also notice that it actually pulsates. Like the colors move and shift, like with it in it, and it gives off a slight warmth.
Implying fire.
Lava.
I'm assuming if we touch them, given the lights drawing towards the altar, that would be essentially selecting it. Can I move towards the gold one and roll to see if I notice anything? I'm assuming it's gold at this point based off your description, but who knows? Maybe it's furry gold. Who the fuck?
It is an impressive amount of gold, though it does have some dings in it, so that it doesn't really reflect.
Okay. Bloodthirsty. That's the key here. Otherwise, it could just be the grey one.
Doesn't
Iron.
it say beaten and bruised?
Beaten and burned could be referring to forging, like forging iron.
Or
But
the one that's literally beaten. Or the one that's literally beaten.
Oh. But then the other one is
They both.
burned.
So 2 of them have dings. 1 of them puts off heat.
Yes.
Oh,
So that's
Yeah,
what
there
the
are
first one.
one's
That's
a
the
mix
first
of smooth and dings.
okay.
That's the first one. The gold it has ding. Which one has more dings?
The gold one definitely has more dings. It seems to be purposefully dinged so that it doesn't reflect.
Okay. So more of a texture kind of thing versus dings of like having been worn and hit.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, but the steel, or not steel, the gray one looks like maybe in combat.
Yes.
I'm
Could be
really
iron.
bad at science, guys, but I'm thinking it's the gray one.
Iron, possibly. Could be iron, could be gold. Bloodthirsty killer. Poisons, nightshade.
I would vote for the gray one, because I can't think of anything better.
I mean, if we're wrong, we're probably gonna have to kill it.
True.
Or all 3 of them.
Well,
Do you have a better choice?
That sounds like fun. I think
I don't think the second one doesn't make sense with the riddle, unless we're arguing something like way more like plate tectonics and pressure and heat. Because why would fire be pulled from the ground when you can have it,
Right.
out in the open? We don't need anything from the ground necessarily. Lightning can hit a tree and start a fire.
unless, again, like iron is very literal.
I mean, there's a very good chance making this harder than it needs to be.
True.
But I just think, realistically though, gold is too soft of a metal to be used for most kinds of weapons, right? Science people at the table.
Yes.
People will still kill over it, though.
People will kill over it, but read the riddle for me again, please.
Ripped from the earth, beaten and burned, I become a bloodthirsty killer. What am I? I think iron does make sense.
Yeah.
The iron is burns, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be forged and it's beaten
And it can be used for swords too, so I would think that'd be the most logical one.
Beaten wood, the gold is tempered in such a way that it's textured, which would likely be done with a hammer. So that, but
I become a bloodthirsty killer. What am I? Maybe a suit of armor, but it could be
A sword or
Well,
an
that's-
axe.
sword, poison. I still feel like it's food.
There are no food options here.
It could be
A metaphor?
I think
We call
it's
that-
Everything
we make rice
is a
and
metaphor.
either the gray one or the gold one. I think the red one with the heat
Castor beans?
is just there to throw us off.
I would say the gray one.
So all in favor of the gray one? Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. Shall we touch the gray one?
You and your procedures.
You touch the gray one, and it's just cold to the touch. It doesn't move. As you start to push it, if you try and push it off the blue line, it's almost immovable. But as you push it along the blue line, it slips along easily. As it goes into the altar clinks around its legs, and you see the statue coming down. The floor closes around it, and you see the suns burst into various flashes, and then stop. As you see another set of armor of the smoothest silver take the place of the iron one, and the letters vanish in a wisp before reappearing, now with a different phrase upon it, as it says, "What turns everything around but does not move?"
What turns everything around but doesn't move?
The glowing one? The sun? You were right, we were overthinking the last one.
Read it for me one more time.
What turns everything around but does not move?
I mean, your sun reaction actually does make a little bit of sense.
How reflective is the silver one?
Very reflective. It's almost like a perfect mirror.
It's a silver. Silver. We vote silver.
All right. As you push that one, it clicks into place and comes down. Once again, the lights flash with bits of red now and yellows.
What was it
And-
before?
Wait, it was the narrow one?
Just regular flashing.
Oh, it turns everything around, I get it.
And then you see another suit of armor drop down in the place of the silver one. It is blue, giving off a strange crackling noise as you see wisps of light moving up it like a storm. As the words on the wall vanish. Once again.
Who wants to be a millionaire? Murder edition.
And you see, my thunder comes before my lightning. My lightning comes before my rain. My rain dries up all the land it touches. What am I?
Our options are the lightning light suit, the fiery suit, and then the gold suit.
My thunder comes before my light. My rain dries everything up. That sounds like a volcano.
It does.
Yeah.
I think we should go with the middle one, the fiery one. All in favor?
Yep.
All in
Fiery
favor.
one? Okay.
So, as you push, it locks into place, closes. You see the other two statues pulled up. As you see the words vanish, as you see a congratulations form. And
Teamwork.
upon the door, or upon the wall there, a seam in the wall opens up and opens, revealing a hallway. You draw. The hallway seems to be about 10 feet
Right here.
by 10 feet by about 15.
Which wall is it coming off of? This one?
This one.
This one. Okay, so we're just
There you go.
Does it?
And there's a door on the other side.
Has any, other than the wall opening and revealing this hallway, and obviously the changes that you've already described, is there anything else that has changed about the room that we can notice?
Not really, no.
Does the hallway have tracks?
No, the hallway is dusty.
Okay.
Secret doors. Any off to the side?
Let's do it, guys. Leroy Jenkins.
As you pass through, the dust is thrown up with your every step as you get to the door. What do you want to do?
I would like to listen first to see if I can hear anything on the other side of that door.
Okay.
That would be a notice check, I'm guessing.
Yes.
14.
Okay. You listen, you hear kind of a strange, hollowish noise, a kind of like almost a wind blowing.
Oh.
Guys, there might be another passage that's not a...
Staircase?
Could be staircase. I vote we open.
Yeah.
I vote somebody other than me goes first.
I'll draw my sword.
As you push open the door, you see several boxes giving off the windy-like noise. It's more of a crackle now that you hear it on the other side of the door. As they're crackling, and you see shelves upon shelves of things, or shelves upon shelves, empty. This place is centuries old, but there is one shelf left with something there.
How big is this room?
This room is a circle, and it seems to have a diameter of 60 feet.
Not to scale.
As it opens up, and there are shelves that go up, there is a ladder that seems to slide along the walls. And like I said, there is one thing left. It seems that this place has been pillaged over the centuries.
What?
Are there any other entrances?
No.
So it's dead end.
Ooh. What is the thing?
Yeah.
You'll have to go examine it.
What does it look like from here?
Thing.
Perhaps square, perhaps more round. Might be black, maybe gray. Could be covered in dust.
Those are the details I'm looking for.
Brown, paperish material.
As you do see written on the shelving, please take one.
Oh, well. I guess we can take one.
And
We have much of a choice.
it's a stubbed wand made entirely of plastic with a crystal to one end. It has a button upon it that seems to do something.
It's a lightsaber.
Yes!
How much plastic?
Quite a bit. Like the whole tubing is made of
that?
plastic,
I said it's a
as it
lightsaber.
has
Oh.
maybe a just shy of a foot's worth of cylindrical plastic.
So we will approach.
And as you approach, Willard rushes forward and spins the. As he goes, yes, yes, yes. Let's take a look at this. As he grabs it. Ah!
Let the group see it, Willard.
Of course, of course, of course. As he starts climbing down a little slower and hands it over with a smile.
Thank you.
Who wants to push the button?
I will push the button while
As you-
pointing it at Tagbard.
As you press the button, it gives off this this light. It opens up, creating the crystal illuminates 30 feet around you in perfect light. There seems to be something else happening as well, of some kind, as you see any sort of as it seems to be trying to reveal something of some kind. It looks like this has some sort of magical property.
I will slowly pan it around the room to see if we notice anything else.
You do not, but except some shimmers around the shelving itself, it seems like the shelving has some sort of enchantment on it that was invisible, but the lantern reveals it.
We should try this on the room we just came from. See if it reveals anything else about the altar or the suits of armor that disappeared.
Some sort of enchantment. But it doesn't, like, say what.
It simply reveals. It seems to reveal things that cannot be seen.
I think, Shepard, you should probably hold on to this.
As it stays illuminated.
If I press the button again, does it shut off?
It does.
Oh, it's like a flashlight.
But this
Bring
isn't
it
the
through
20s.
always. Flameless torch.
Such wonders we've found.
Pocket sword.
So, I'd like to take it back to the first room with all the shimmering lights to see if it reveals anything new.
As it gives it a light, you see sort of strange patterns upon the wall. You can't really discern them. They look like gibberish, but they seem to be all over where the letters came from. Where the statues are, you see a dot that like a large sphere that is just on the stone that seems to try and match with it, but does not, and has some sort of mystical property about it.
So it's can we move? We can't move anything to make that line up, could we?
No, it doesn't appear so. As all the statues are gone. There is a door of some kind above where they were.
Can you? What do the walls look like in this room?
They are a mixture of stone and metal.
Would it be climbable?
It is climbable.
If you climb the walls, can you get to that door on the ceiling?
You can, but it is very difficult to open.
I believe traverse would be the skill to
Yes.
use for this. Okay. I would like to try to climb towards that door.
Okay.
Somebody stand under and catch me, please.
Don't cats land on their feet?
Unless there's a dog catching them instead.
7.
Oh god, I thought that was a 1.
So
no.
You get a little bit up, but you're like a foot off the ground, like, yeah, no.
I mean, technically it would be a 10, I think, with my...
Okay.
But still,
Yeah.
didn't get very far. Does somebody else want to try? Also, can you help get me down?
It's a foot. Drop down.
Thank you.
I guess I will try traverse too.
Okay.
One better.
So what is
It isn't so easy, is it?
It's traverse, which is a Constitution check.
Constitution check.
Oh,
okay,
well,
that's
Or
why.
that
I believe
changes-
So.
It's a 13 then?
I thought so.
Oh, 13? Yeah, traverse is... Yeah, Constitution.
Yeah, 13 then.
Oh, so you do get up to
Okay.
the door. It would have to be a strength check,
Alright.
and it's DC 30.
No.
As that you try and grab, and it feels like it's you see the seam, but it feels like it's just a solid ceiling.
Is he hanging from that?
Yeah. Oh no, he's got his legs on the wall, pulling with all of his strength.
Can we grab him?
So he just
and
said that we have to roll 30 to succeed.
pull him?
You can try. It's very difficult still.
Shall we?
Yeah,
Shall we all try to like?
We have to roll a natural 20, basically.
So I will try to climb and see if I can grab him and dangle off and provide enough maybe body weight to help with that.
Alright.
No.
Oh.
Well, I mean a 10 again.
No.
I'm
DC
more,
12.
I'm more of a lap cat than a tree cat for what it's worth, guys.
Okay.
Clearly.
I don't know. I think we're wasting our time here.
What do you intend to get from the hole in the ceiling?
We could get the armor.
Yes. That could be very valuable.
Well, we know it's very valuable.
It's
we kept the other
very
one.
valuable.
And it is an artifact.
It is an artifact.
That could buy us a lot of goodwill with the Badgers or the Royal Society.
Okay. Yeah, fair.
Or
Fair
literally anybody we need help from.
But
You're heavy, try it.
Can any of you guys get up here?
I tried. Okay, I tried.
Is it just raw
traverse
constitution?
Is
The
not-
now.
No. Huh?
Is it just raw constitution?
I'm
Well,
gonna
if you're
check traverse as a
if you're
skill.
proficient, you get your proficiency, and then your con modifier.
Well, I don't have traverse.
Oh,
so-
crap.
That's just con.
Modifier and proficiency?
Yeah.
Oh, then I would have passed because that would have been an extra 2.
Oh, then
So
yeah.
I would've
So you
hit.
did get up there.
Okay.
No, I
so
got
I
up there
would've
to
been-
him,
But
I think.
don't.
Yeah.
So can I help? Can we pull?
You can
it?
try and pull.
So this is now strength check.
I only rolled a
It's strength
6,
check.
so I
It's-
didn't make it.
If you're both
at all.
going, whoever has the best strength rolls at advantage.
Vesper.
What's your strength?
1 plus 1.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So you have the advantage.
So I roll 2.
I'm hardy, not strong.
Fair enough.
No.
No.
So 1 sec.
What? And it's a 30, right?
30.
Yeah. We tried.
1 sec. Okay.
So, trap room.
Trap room.
Trap room.
All right. We will go to the battleground, aka trap room,
All right.
to make our
That
way.
will take what looks like to be about 3 turns.
Gonna walk.
All right.
Yep.
As you pass through, you go back through the room you came through. You came through the last one. You recognize the bone traps that were there before. As you enter the room,
Before the bone traps, going to try and shine the flashlight on them.
the bone traps.
Yeah.
You flash and you see that the needles are revealed behind the bones.
Okay.
So that's very helpful. So you should be up front.
Or let me double check
Do-
that.
Do you want to hold this?
Sure.
Let me double
I don't
check
care.
because I think I would be making it more powerful out of this.
No, it's fine.
I'm fine with this.
We're fine with it, Keegan.
No, I didn't give you a simple solution to every issue. That's not fair.
It's not every issue. We still have the problem of the zombies. See?
It feels like the fuck this room is not going to be solved by a flashlight.
Not true. So no, it doesn't reveal them because they are not magically invisible or intentionally invisible.
Still,
Do
use
they just reflect the light though?
So no, it just is light. So it's basically like a lantern at that point, like a torch, but it has a 30-foot radius, which is very nice.
It's better than the torches we had in the 1920s.
I mean, if you're going to be in the front, you might as well take it.
I'll be somewhere in the middle of the pack.
I'll bring up the rear.
With Willard.
Aye. Greetings.
I guess we enter the trap room.
So as you get through first, you enter the first room right before the trap room, and you see that there are 6 badgers here who seem to be on guard duty as they're all facing that wall. As they go, "We were told of your coming. Are you trying to leave?
Yes.
Knock 4 times for us to unbar the door." As he shows you the knock where it's
Alright.
Alright.
Can we hear it one more time just to make sure we
It's
know?
Got it.
Long, short,
Yes.
short, long.
yes.
So, once more onto the bridge.
It's only 1 letter, and then just a random note.
As you open the door, you see 3 badger corpses on the far side. The room is roughed up with rubble in all directions. It's incredibly filthy with bones and blood.
It was short, long, short.
No.
Or no,
Long.
I'm trying to figure out what it's qualified for this because it is a letter.
Long, short, short, long.
So long, short. Okay. Long,
two
short,
letters.
short, long. That's the letter X.
Okay.
That's what we just remember X.
X marks the spot.
Ew.
So it is 4 notes? Huh? Or, well, 4.
According to International Morse Code.
I never got
real
my-
quick, just around the table, I can't remember what were your passive perceptions. I'll start with Vesper and come around to each. That's your notice plus 10.
My notice. That's just a skill.
Yeah,
So you mean my wisdom?
yeah. Your wisdom plus if you have which is
I don't have a plus on wisdom, but I do
Okay.
get a +2 proficiency for notice.
okay. So then your passive perception is 12. Sheen, do you have the skill notice?
No.
Then it's just your wisdom modifier plus 10.
13.
9.
Okay. And yours is yeah. So 9 you said, Liam?
Yeah.
Man, those name tags are really coming in handy now,
I
aren't
can't
they?
read it from here.
They're coming in handy for me.
Okay.
I will say this though, the map is a little hard for me to see since it's
and
over
then when
there.
you hold it up, the light reflects off of it, so I actually see less. Bernard.
11.
And finally Tagbard.
14.
Somebody might see something.
So Tagbard, Vesper, and Sheen,
You should probably lead through this room.
you see several, and remember you can do an active notice check on your turn for the dungeoneering turn. Because this room is fairly long.
Would it be best
You
for us?
see several.
Your lamps, including the electric one, do not give enough light to show the other side. As the light hits it, it's pure blackness. As I said, at the edge of your light, you do see 3 dead badgers. Rubble everywhere. Tagbard, as I said, Tagbard, Sheen, and Vesper, you see that under some of the rubble is actually makeshift pit traps that the badgers have actually dug down into, used sticks and rubble, and have spikes at the bottom
We're going to need to be
peppered
very
around
careful.
the floor.
Definitely point those out to.
So here's the
So
question.
I would like marching orders to say who's in front.
Well, before we can do that, we need to decide: do we want to go straight through, or do we want to take the wall, try to skirt the edge of the battlefield from one end to the other? I think that's probably going to be less trap prone, because why would you can't have a lot of troops that will go that way, but then we would still have to do it single file.
I agree. Also, when the badgers reanimated, it was the stuff, the writing on the wall, that was actually powering them. So we have to destroy those if we run into any more zombies.
Also, when you've come to the door, you do see the other wall across from you. You
Yeah.
just don't see.
Yeah. So there's the other question is,
And there's a door, of course, that you do see here.
yeah.
So
So the real question is, we kind of have a couple of options here. We can skirt the wall and go straight across to the door we see, or and go straight across. We can skirt the wall to where the door is, but then turn and go to the fuck this room, or we can just take the wall that we are already along towards the fuck this room.
Ah, I see.
So we
Cross.
can go. So we're gonna say, for argument's sake, this is north. We can skirt the wall and go north and explore these 2 rooms that we know about but don't know what is in. We can skirt it, and instead of going through that wall, follow this wall along to get down to the Ram-Marak territory. Or we can take this wall directly across. The reason that I think is important is because you just said it. The runes on the wall are what powered the zombies. If it's on the opposite wall, it's going to be very dangerous for us to get to that other wall.
True.
So then
But
there's,
what's the opposite wall in this case?
well, we can see it. We don't.
No, but how do we know that's the opposite wall?
Well, we don't know.
It could be this wall.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We don't know if there's zombies in this room, and if there are, we don't know what kind of zombies there are. We also don't know the traps. We don't know anything about this. So then do we want to have one group go along one wall and another group go along the other?
I don't think
Suggest
we should
we
split
stay
our forces.
together, and I think while the torch isn't useful for revealing the badger's traps, it'll probably be useful against magical traps, which we know they're likely to
It'll
use.
probably reveal the runes on the wall before they light too.
Which still leads me to the same problem I had before. We're on this south wall, and the flashlight reveals runes on the north wall.
Then we take the time to walk around.
To try to cross it, or go all the way around.
All the way back.
All the way back. Okay.
But
Well-
I say
well,
we go north first.
I think we should go to the hallway. I think we should cut straight across to this door and look at these 2 rooms first.
Well, they've already. Is this still their territory, or they just know that those rooms exist?
I think it's just the rooms that they've mapped out. I think their guard room is kind of the edge of their controlled territory, right?
yeah.
So these are 2 rooms that they know of that we know, at least with a little more reasonability, are kind of dead ends to the best of our knowledge, versus this where once we get to this room, it is the true unknown.
I don't know if those are dead ends, but I agree. Also, it's a shorter distance, so even if something does light up in here, we can just advance towards the rear, so to speak.
Yes. So I would suggest that my thought would be we go single file along this wall from the south door to the north door, with Tagbard in the lead with the flashlight, and then I should probably come up in the back just because I'm not great at noticing things, but I'm still slightly better than some people. Okay. And who you had, Sheen, you got the second.
Yeah, Sheen has the second highest.
So then perhaps you should be in the middle. The 2 of you should, because you both are good combat people, we should kind of spread it out and put Willard in the center so we can corral him.
We also need to decide who is going to attack the runes themselves and who's going to keep the zombies off. No, well, somebody needs to be keeping the zombies off.
Yeah,
Otherwise, they'll
off
just...
what?
Off of us.
They're going to get to us no matter what.
No,
Well,
that's my point. Somebody should be attacking the runes while somebody else is guarding their back.
Bernard, you've got distance.
Do you want me to go in the back then?
I think you and I will I think Tucker and I will take up the rear. You 2 will go up first because you'll be able to reveal traps with the flashlight. You'll be able to take things out from the at least attempt it from the distance. Then Tucker and I can cover the rear, and if anything comes up, and then Sheen will be able, in the middle, will be able to keep an eye on the main part of the battleground that we're trying to avoid, and also corral Willard. That way everybody's kind of paired off. So you've got somebody watching your back without having to, really worry about the rest of the group, I guess. I think that would be the most reasonable.
All right.
And if the runes do light off, you should start shooting at them immediately. And when I can get close to them, I'll start banging at them. Because I can do the most damage. You 3 plus Willard will have to decide. Keep the zombies off our backs. We can't eliminate them, but we can
at least keep them busy enough so you can perhaps, get the runes taken care of. Which I think would be...
because otherwise they'll just be unopposed hitting us in the rear.
I will say, I think that our first response to the zombies probably ought not be let's attack them and the runes. It's probably let's get back and kind of regroup first.
Well, if the runes light off, then we need to destroy them. And if we destroy them once, they might stay destroyed, and that will help these badgers out as well. They'll be able to retake the rune.
You're not wrong. I just don't think we have enough people who are capable of doing damage to the runes to really take them, because don't we need more? Isn't it certain kinds of weapons that will do damage? Not all kinds?
That was the zombies themselves.
Well, but I don't have anything that will do damage to the zombies at all. I don't think I have the right kind of weapon for that. Wasn't it silver?
It's half damage, and it was anything that wasn't bludgeoning.
Okay. So...
anything that wasn't bludgeoning.
Or I think it was slashing. It had to be slashing damage to do full damage.
Has to be slash.
yeah, so
That makes sense.
I only do half damage. That's why I say I just don't think we're properly equipped to take
Maybe
these
you
on.
should
if we,
attack the runes then.
well, and that's maybe something, but since I'm coming up from the rear, that might make it hard. That's why I say I think that if the runes light up and we see them, we need to step back first and recalibrate where we are, because the way we're set up
We're not going to
now,
have time for that.
not necessarily. We don't necessarily know that. I think that if given the opportunity to step back, we ought to take it, because the marching orders we're setting up right now are better suited to get us across the room without dying and without an ambush. They're not set up to take down runes and magic.
But we can get in a different order fairly quickly.
Not necessarily
So
if we're
you'll
concerned
be-
about traps with holes with spikes in them. We can't just step off.
So if it's slashing, then I should be on zombie duty. You shoot at the runes. What kind of weapon do you have?
Mace.
mace. You should be smashing runes. And
I have an axe.
you have an axe. So you and I will be on zombie duty. Everybody else will be going for the runes. But you're right. We shouldn't charge in, try to kill them. We should
Considering
just
what happened last
fight
time.
defensively.
Alright, so you're gonna be going this way?
Yep.
Alright. So I have the marching, just to confirm marching order. Front is Tagbard, then Bernard, Sheen, Willard, Tucker, Vesper.
That's correct.
Alright. As you move through, you move around the several pit traps that are peppering your way, hugging against the wall as best you can, unless you are unable to. As you get to the door swings open with relative ease as it opens up into a long hallway. As you move through the hallway, after cautiously keeping an eye out for traps, you get to about halfway through the hallway as you see a bend that you assume leads to the large room on your map. This is the next round. 10 minutes. How fast does anyone have torches?
I have a
I have torches.
Okay, so torches last 10 rounds. We're going to say it has been 3 from when you've gone.
And I would say we probably only have one torch lit at this point since
Okay.
Tucker and I are next to each other.
Okay, so you have 1 torch lit, and it's just, you have to just spend a standard action to relight the torch,
Once it goes out.
or a bonus action, I guess, in terms of this round.
So we're about here, you said?
You're about, just right about
Yeah,
there?
Right about, okay.
Yeah.
Another question. Should we leave the flashlight on all the time? Or should we just use it to scope out a room?
I think we should use it to scope out and in emergencies. But how many, I know Tucker and I both have torches. Do you have a torch?
I have a torch.
You have a torch. So I think we have enough torches.
Right.
And torches give out 20 people.
Yeah, it's not that far off of what we're getting with that, and we don't know how long that will last. I think we ought to save the flashlight for our second trip through the battlegrounds when we go
Or
towards.
just checking out the next room.
Yeah, or just checking out the next room. I think we need to be very cautious about leaving it on.
So I'll use the flashlight to scan and then turn it off.
Okay.
And while we're kind of stopped here, I'd like to, let's stop for a second, let's be quiet, and let's see if we hear anything. So I'd like to do an active
Notice? Okay, I'll roll for that for you.
Okay.
It's quiet, fairly quiet. The doors are probably too thick to hear anything from here. The hallway is long and it's quiet. There are some ancient footsteps, probably weeks or months old, in the dust.
Doesn't
But
sound
you do
like
see
anything.
it doesn't sound like anything. You do notice other footprints, but you'll need a survival check to kind of get a good determination.
Okay.
I like that.
I'll do a survival check.
So, alright.
I'll do a survive check.
Is that
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
okay?
So, you notice it's a
Wisdom.
wisdom.
That's crap.
So, Bernard, you start looking. Some of these look like animal tracks. Some of them are maybe a week old. Some are a few days old. But they seem to get to the ending door that you came from and then head back into this these winding corridors. You do see some small hooved prints of some kind turning into the bend in the hallway that you notice up ahead.
Alright.
So we're probably not alone.
Just sounds like animals.
They're older.
I say we enter.
I think we should go a little bit past that first, just to make sure there's nothing. Because this is the bend right here, Keegan, that you're talking about. The footsteps going right.
This
This right
way.
here.
Yep.
Okay. So then, yeah. Sorry, I thought it was going that way, kind of out of sight. No, I think you're right. We need to go here. I still think we need to check down this hallway first before we just.
Clear it. Okay.
Yeah, I just want to make sure.
Have nothing at our backs.
Yeah, because I feel like maybe I'm overthinking this, but I feel like we're kind of locked.
Well, I just don't know how much planning can reduce that.
I guess we'll find out. So we'll keep moving forward, check the hallway, and then follow the bend into that first room on the right.
Okay, so you're going to go here? Okay. So,
Wait, we're going.
Well, yeah, just
No,
not like
going there. I thought
we're just gonna go like a little
Oh.
bit up, like just partway past the bend
Okay.
to make sure there's nothing up there because it looks like there's a little alcove before that last room.
Clear the rest of the hallway first.
Just to make sure we're not.
okay, that will take your whole turn, moving cautiously, as it's about a 60-foot jaunt before you actually see the curve on the map with your torches. You see various footprints of different kinds. They're muddied, shifting, odd, some roughs, and there's some rubble here that now obscures the footprints nearly completely. This hallway looks like it was much wider at one point, but has long since collapsed with the earth, as you see a couple of roots hanging above you from the earthy ceiling.
I think we can probably go back to the first room.
Seems safe.
Can I do, once we get to our stopping point about halfway up or so, I'd like to do a notice check just to see if I hear anything now that we're further in and closer to these rooms.
Okay. As you get closer, and so where exactly are you going to notice check?
So when we get about halfway
Okay.
up here, I
Okay.
just want to see, now that we are closer to both rooms, I want to see if I
Okay.
can hear anything.
Alright, make that roll.
No.
Okay.
5. I hear myself
Thank you.
panting heavily.
Roll it. Yeah, so as you come down, the door opens automatically. As
Which
magic.
Which one?
The one to this one.
Magically.
Yes, magically.
Automagically.
Automatically.
Did
yes.
turning the flashlight on?
As it opens up, you are greeted immediately with a bright orange light. As you see something built into the ground with pure metal attaching to a crystal that blazes like a miniature sun. Green roots entwine this massive room. The light is bright enough for you to see to the other side. So 1 sec.
And now roll for initiative.
He's counting. Oh.
This is why planning helps.
So that.
So it's so
I'm just glad I'm in the back this time.
well over 100 feet in length and well over 70 feet in width. This room is massive and multi-layered as it climbs up possibly 40 to 50, maybe even 60 feet in height, with roots that actually create miniature earth that slopes and ramps almost like hills. You see small, maybe canine-sized deer that feast upon the moss and the leaves here, living as the light is feeding the plants, growing from the root systems, moss feeding on the water that drips in.
Wow.
As it seems to be its own ecosystem, as some hop up the roots to higher levels, and you see birds circling in the upper regions. Yes, Vesper?
Dumb question, but you said canine size. Do you mean like Garrus sized or like the Pugmire?
No,
canine
because
size?
in the game terms, dogs are the people,
Yeah.
and canines are what they refer to as like the four-legged friends. So
Okay,
like,
I just wanted to
so-
make
Yeah.
sure. That's what I thought. So
They're not our size.
they're like
No.
little baby deer.
yeah, but all adults with some with antlers.
What?
I would like to ride one of the deer.
You are too large. You would break its spine.
I would like to pet one of the deer.
They are skittish.
Damn it.
You're a cat. Eat one.
I just want to pet him. I just
So,
wanna ride to the
as you
fire.
enter the room, that is another turn. I'm going to go around the room and ask what each of you are going to do in your 10-minute interval. Vesper.
I would like to, as we step into the room, I'd like to do a notice check to see if I notice anything other than the deer.
I will roll that for you.
Yeah.
Sheen.
Probably investigate the light source.
Okay, that will take your full action to move to,
To move to, okay.
because the room's so massive,
Got it.
and you move 60 feet.
Okay.
So,
I will
Tucker?
also do a notice check, I think.
Okay, I'll roll for you there. Bernard?
I'm going to investigate the moss and the other plants.
Okay. And Tagbard.
I'm going to use the light around at least the wall that we're on, and then follow Sheen towards the light and use the flashlight on that as well.
Okay.
But turning it off in between scanning the wall and scanning the
Alright.
light.
So as you're scanning, you don't really notice anything. Vesper, I'm going to roll your notice. It's just +2, right?
Yes.
And yours, Tucker, is -1?
-1, yep.
Alright. You don't notice anything.
Alright.
You three start moving towards the light.
I'm not moving towards.
Oh, no, you
I'm investigating the plants.
Yes, so as you're investigating the plants, I'll do roll a survival.
That is only a 9.
Okay. It's actually good enough in that you know it is a very common form of moss. It's usually found in forests. It's very healthy. All these plants are actually extraordinarily healthy. And
I have a question. Does this count as a forest?
yes.
It is 11, but that
Okay.
was...
So, you are noticing that. It's incredibly vibrant. You do see that some are broken, as if something has moved across it that is much larger than the deer on some of the other plants.
Okay.
You two are heading towards the light. As you're moving that way, you see the deer looking at you. The light, you get to it, the miniature sun is blazing, it's warm. It gives off a tingling sensation. Do you have any have you taken any damage?
No.
Okay.
So it gives off kind of a healing vibe to it.
Life-giving vibe, I guess.
Life-giving vibe. Fine, man.
That round is over. Hang on, I need to do one. Okay. So, I'm going to go around the room again and ask what you want to do for this 10-minute interval. Vesper?
I'd like to enter the room and move along this southern wall, just closer towards the edge,
Okay.
looking for a door or some sort of
Okay.
alcove, anything like that.
I will roll for that. Sheen?
Well, I guess it took most of that turn just getting to the light, so now
Yeah.
I will investigate the light itself.
Alright. Tucker?
I guess I'll investigate the light then.
Alright, that'll be your turn to move over then.
Alright.
So, Bernard?
Do I notice any deer that are dead? Like, been killed?
We can roll for that.
Okay.
And Tagbard.
I'm going to. You said it's tiered?
Yeah.
I'm going to try to get some elevation, go up
Okay.
to another level, and then use that to look around and observe.
Okay. Cool. So, you're moving along. You actually find a ladder, but it's partially rusted away. But you notice that the trees have grown around it, creating an almost natural staircase to the next level. You are not finding any rooms, however. You see behind some of the vegetation, vials and things like that, glass that has been shattered from ages unknown. Sheen, you are investigating the light. You notice that the metal is built firmly into the floor. And while the floor seems like dirt and earthy with grasses and things like that coming out of it, if you pull away from it, you do notice that the dirt is actually about 4 to 5 inches thick, and under it is a metallic floor around this strange relic. It seems that this relic is built into the floor, and removing it may in fact destroy its powers. Tucker, you're starting to move
Okay.
towards the light. Bernard, there are no dead deer, but you do see long stretches of fecal matter towards the upper levels and some of the lower that have what appear to be the deer bones. Scat.
Cannibal deer.
No, there's something large that eats these.
You are climbing up. Tagbard, as you getting up there, we'll do your notice check. Give you advantage. What's your notice bonus? I think I got it right there. It's 4. Okay. So you're looking along. You do notice one particularly large trunk that twists, or vine that twists around a very large tree that's growing at the far end of the room. Lots of moss hanging off of it. And the deer seem to be avoiding it.
Oh, alright.
Next turn.
I'll climb the ladder.
You'll climb the ladder? Okay.
I'm just gonna see what I can see, given that I'm now at the source of light. Just examine the room.
Tucker?
So do I see anything else when I move towards the light?
No, mostly just the light. You see a couple of the deer. They watch you with caution.
Okay. Trying to think where else to really go though.
You can go up a level. There's like 3 or 4 levels to this room. You can investigate the plants, because there's some plants where Bernard was, closer to the door, but there are other more vibrant like flowers closer to the lamp, to the light itself.
That even be worth taking samples.
These are plants that neither of you have seen before.
You should look at.
I think I'll go up a level.
Okay, you'll have to move to the wall, which will be most of your turn, and you will be able to climb. You'll get part way up a level.
Okay, that's fine.
Bernard.
Can I find a water source in here?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
We'll do a survival check. But you do see there's little streams coming in through the walls, but it seems like there's a grander water source somewhere in here.
Alright.
And finally, Tagbard.
How scattered are we at this
Raining
point?
out there?
Yeah.
You're very scattered. Are in the
Pay
center
attention to
here.
the weather.
Mm-hmm.
Vesper's over here.
Okay.
Bernard was kind of like over here investigating, and you were further
I
up
almost
like
did,
this
and
way.
then my dad
investigating,
turned on
climbing
the
up.
news, so that's how I know.
Okay.
I'm gonna call down to everybody. It looks like there was a mossy. What? Is that your response?
Yes.
Okay.
There's something that hunts these.
I know. I think I know what it is. Are we even remotely close to each other?
No, you're drunk whispering.
I'm just gonna point down.
I will go towards him.
Okay.
I'm still looking for the string.
Okay. And all of you hear a rustling of some kind. Not sure where. Because of you, Tagbard, your passive perception, you notice it. That very large root eyes open. And you see almost milky white eyes as it's a massive serpent that is 3 levels high, wrapped around a tree at the far end of the room.
Alright.
This is why planning helps.
As you climb up, you see the eyes open too. And you guys see it because you're close enough to the light.
So we see whoever is coming towards us.
It's not coming towards you, it's just open its eyes and you see the tongue starting to flick out. The creature is ancient, obviously, as you see moss is growing on its massive scales, which look as hard as iron.
How close? So it's this end here.
Yeah, it's that end there, and the closest person to it are the ones investigating the light, and so they are about 50 feet from it, 50 to 60 feet away from it.
I'm now at the top of the ladder.
Yeah.
Other than the giant snake, do I notice anything else?
You see there are several deer here. They all, as you hear one actually making a weird kind of like almost bird-like chirp, the deer itself, and the other ones start moving up levels as if and away from the far wall.
How much does it look like a cucumber?
Oh, what?
A cucumber.
Oh.
Because I'm thinking you might leap directly off of the
It's got earthy brown scales with the moss growing off of it, with nearly white eyes, with a slit with a sickly yellow.
Can I follow the deer? Like, is it possible for me to take the same route further up there?
You can.
I would like to follow the deer to see where they're going.
Oh, they're clearly getting away from the snake. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know. I would like to see where they think is safe from the snake, though. I'll make a so you guys know I'm going up.
Alright.
Or meow, meow, meow.
Well, it sounds more accurate than kurkur.
So, with that, what are you doing, Sheen?
Probably gonna move away in the direction of how we got in here.
Okay.
But kind of
cautiously. All right.
Don't want to make too much noise.
Fair enough. Tucker.
Okay, so is the creature below me or above me?
Yes. It's in front of you. It's 50 feet away.
Oh, okay.
But the creature is wrapped around a tree, so its tail is on the same level as you. Its midsection is at the same level as Tagbard and Vesper and Bernard, because I believe you climbed up a level too, did you?
I've not climbed up a level.
As Tagbard and Vesper, and its head is a level above them.
Okay.
And it is slowly starting to slide down the tree. As you hear Willard just going crunch as he's just moving backwards towards the door.
Thinking. Guess I'll move back down.
So you're not up a level, you're on the first level.
Oh. Move away
from the light. Because you were just by the light.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I guess I'll move away from the light.
Okay, start moving away from the light. Bernard?
Any of the plants that are near the light, do I in general recognize them?
Right by the light? Or close to the light? No.
So none of those are recognized.
Correct.
But the snake is already starting to move?
Slowly, like its head's up and its head's pointing down. So it'll take about a round of exploration for it to move down, as it's clearly going as slowly as possible to stalk the deer.
I'll start heading out for now.
Okay. And Tagbard.
So I'm going to keep moving towards him on the second one. So what I was going to tell you was that thing over there caught my eye. But apparently, that's why. I take it you figured out something was eating deer?
Yes. Quiet.
I mean, I imagine it would be able to see us.
The thing starts to move down as you notice it's interweaving through the trees, and its outline is broken up, and you lose track of it.
Okay. So, regroup and exit, maybe?
As Bernard is whispering quietly to Tagbard. Vesper, you're going to keep going up?
So how far am I up now? 2 stories, I guess?
Yeah, you're 2.5.
2.5. Can I move? I'm assuming I'm on some sort of ledge.
Yeah.
Like, can I move?
The roots grow out and they basically become like a separate floor, and there's actual soil on them with plants growing out of it.
Can I move on this level quietly towards the door we first came in, at least further that way?
Yes.
Okay, I'd like to do that to see if I can see everybody.
Okay.
Kind of get attention and
Alright.
gesture wildly without making a lot of noise.
Okay. Yeah, you can try that. You will roll stealth.
Sneak?
Or sneak, yeah.
Gotcha.
Sheen?
Snake.
Still moving towards the exit slowly.
Alright, you have gotten to the exit, and the doors automatically.
I'll stand here and wait for...
As you just hear Will go, nope, down the hall. Tucker,
Okay.
what is the brave Pyrenees going to do?
Okay. So we're all kind of losing track of what the snake thing is actually doing right now.
Yeah, it has vanished in the brush and the trees.
Could I even see anything while I'm a little bit away from the dark, or?
It's the whole room is illuminated.
Okay.
The light is strong enough to
Super
illuminate the
bright
whole
light.
room.
Oh, okay.
It's almost like noonday in here.
Okay. I have no idea what I need to do.
Probably go towards.
I think we've all collectively decided to not be here anymore.
Yeah.
I suggest you do the same.
Just go to the door.
That's a shame because some of these plants might be useful and or valuable.
I mean, we could kill the snake and make a good pair of shoes. Like 50 pairs of shoes.
We could try. How big is its head relative to us?
Well, it could get about a mouthful of you, like half of you in one bite.
And that's what it sounds like, just from...
Because you can eat those deer in one.
Right.
So yeah, I probably will head towards the door then.
Okay. Heading towards the door, you will be able to do that this round and get out of the room, if you so choose.
I can get out of the room on this turn then?
Yes.
That'll work then.
Alright. Bernard?
Can I head out?
Alright.
I'm still on the second level?
No, you climb down to him.
Okay, yeah. I will go to the door, but wait for Vesper to
Alright.
climb down.
Let's see. Ooh.
And I'll be on guard and...
Alright. So, Vesper, you see several of the deer running past you as you're getting over to your side. And from that, you see one of them leaping up to the next level, and you see this massive head launch out, grab it by the back as you hear this horrifying screech as the serpent wraps around it and pulls it into the trees. Not 10 feet from you as you just hear this horrid shriek from the deer.
I run for the fucking door.
Alright, that's...
I'm assuming that it's occupied.
It is occupied. So you'll have to jump down. You'll have to jump down, and that will be a balance check, I believe.
It's an agility check, and I get an advantage.
All right. Cool.
Meow.
2 ones.
Because you're terrified or because...
It's
Can I see the
it's a
Pugmire
cat secret.
Yeah.
A 17
Thank you.
or a 13.
All right. So you jump, you tumble, and you run out the door.
I'm assuming I'm grabbing Tagbard as I
Oh,
run
you
past.
all get out.
Yeah, I'm grabbing him, and we're...
As you get out the door, and the door slams shut behind you. As you hear Willard going, from the distant hall, you hear Willard going, "It's wonderful to hear that you all seem to be so safe."
You too,
Nothing
Willard.
opened the door is the question.
Yes,
Well,
it
it is
can.
an automatic, so I vote we get out of Dodge. Let's move further away from the door. Let's go to the other room.
Yeah.
We didn't die here. Let's see if we die in the other one.
We're gonna have to come back here.
Yeah, let's
I
YOLO.
would rather face that thing in a hallway than in a forest.
I don't plan on facing it. I just want some of the plants.
By all means, you can take the plans. You can go in and get them. I'll stand by the door and wait for you. I'll even hold your bag.
Cool. So
I could take it.
that
Nice
is
to see you're
Did
still
you
alive.
also run
Willard.
through the door?
4.
I'm not saying we should take it. I'm saying we could take it.
So-
Fair enough.
You spend a turn getting to the other room. The metallic door opens, and this is a room. This room is slick with metal. The walls, the door, the ceiling, the floor, metallic in some way, with glass and strange sitting desks, also made of metal, with drawers galore, as well as some dirt on the far end of the room by a door.
I would like to do a notice check to see if I see anything that might be a giant snake.
Alright, I will roll that for you.
Perfect.
You don't see anything.
There might not be a snake, but who the fuck knows? I'd also like to rifle through the closest set of drawers.
Okay, so rifling through drawers.
You said there was a door on the far side?
There's a door on the far side, and that's where it's kind of dirty and more rubbly, less metallic.
Okay, I'm just gonna go up there and
Are you
examine it. I don't want to like open it. I just want to see what's going on over there.
Alright, let me check if you can get there this turn.
Make sure
You can't get there this turn. You can get about halfway through a room in one turn with your 60-foot movement speed, or 70-foot if you go on all fours.
Run, little doggy, run.
No, I'm not gonna run. I'll walk.
Okay. All right. You get about 2/3.
Okay.
You get about 2/3 of the way there. Tucker.
Okay, since I'm already in the other room already, so I could still move back a little bit away from the door still.
No. You all decide to go into the other room.
Other room. Okay.
Yeah. So you're in this other room with all the desks and things like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Just trying to think where to go.
There are lots of desks that you can search.
Okay. Sure, I'll check one of the desks then.
Okay. And Bernard?
I'll be checking out the desk.
Okay. What were you looking for? The book? I
was looking at what my tricks did to remind me.
Oh, gotcha. And finally, Tagbard.
Desks.
So,
about how many are there?
There's like 20 to 30 some desks.
Okay.
It's a big desk farm.
Yeah, some are broken, like clearly broken, but
Start rifling.
Yeah, with 4 of us shouldn't take too long.
so you start rifling. Desks are a treasure trove. Little cylinders of plastic that are tipped with a little point of metal, roughly 2 finger sized. As you see, 5 or 6 per desk. There's enough plastic in these, or as you start clearly stuffing your pockets full of them. They're long and awkward, but they fit in your pockets and your pouches quite easily.
I will fill my pocket with every piece of plastic I can.
All right. As you
Pull
start
them all,
rifling
please.
through it, your torches go out. It's been 10 turns.
This room isn't.
It is not lit.
Oh, yeah, I'll use the flashlight and
Alright.
scan it around.
As you start scanning, there's nothing invisible of any sort here. You use your bonus action to light your torch. Sheen, you may want to light your own torch if you have any, because I assume you do.
Okay.
Because you are now far enough from the group where their torches do not get to you.
Okay. I don't have anything listed as having a torch.
You just say you have a torch.
Oh yeah.
I assume that's something you got while you were at the Royal Society.
Okay.
Or with the Badgers.
Or with the Badgers.
Okay. So I'll light that.
As you light it and it illuminates. Tucker?
Okay, how far away am I from the group then?
You're in the same general area. He's
So
the only one who went off.
Okay, so I don't need to light a torch or anything like that.
No, you don't.
Is
So
there
you light
anything
torch,
else?
and that's a bonus action anyway, so you guys still get a standard action.
Okay.
And a movement action. So, Vesper, so your standard action is still rifling through desks. You get through several
Yeah.
for standard action.
Just want to go to the far wall to see if it's
Okay.
is the door like secure? Is
Okay.
it?
Cool.
Just don't want something
So you're
sneaking
still
in.
rifling through the desks
Yeah, I
then?
am.
Okay. Bernard?
I'm still gonna go through the desk.
Alright, and Tagbard. Alright, you're rifling through the desks, everything seems good, and then suddenly, Sheen, you get to the other side of the door. You will roll for initiative, it's going to be a sneak attack though. And you notice that the door has been broken open. It's more like a cave mouth than an actual door. Right? So let's roll for initiative, everyone, just so I have initiative orders.
Oh,
What did you
jeez.
roll?
A 1.
Oh, sweet.
Okay, give me a sec. I'm gonna roll for all my
Oh.
daddies real quick, and then
For
I'll
all
go
of
around
them.
the table. Yep.
You can just give them ones. That's fine, Keegan. We will accept them.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
No. I would rather fight 5 things than whatever one thing he comes up with to replace it.
Touche. Fair enough.
It's like I make horrific creatures. I have made up
Weird.
so many goddamn monsters for Pugmire.
Can we just have a nice? We have just like a fluffy bunny that doesn't kill
No!
people. That doesn't kill people. That does not kill people.
Alright, so now I'll go around Vesper.
11.
fine. It doesn't kill people. It just puts them to sleep. And
I guess that's a 2, but it's actually I rolled a natural 1.
Okay.
So.
11.
You two roll off real quick. Whoever has the highest.
Got a 16.
Yeah, I got. Does my +1 count or
no,
not?
just-
Nope, 16 as well.
Roll
For
again.
real?
Yeah, for real.
Roll again.
That's why I asked about the +1. I got 16 again.
I got a 7.
Alright,
Okay.
so put it next by Tucker, so I get the initiative order right. Bernard,
6.
Master of the Woodlands.
Is this a wood?
It's not. I just like it. I'm the monster hunter. What's that? Where? The
Monster?
The Internet Explorer of Monster Hunters. And
He's just,
Tagbard.
he's just confused. He's in an office.
Okay.
Is this where we start looking into the camera and making the Jim face?
I know what to do in a forest. I know that shit's dangerous. I don't know the dangers of office spaces yet.
So it's uncharted territory for you.
Yes.
This is the true wilderness.
Bad things are about to happen to me.
Do you have the I'm in danger meme?
I can put it on the video.
I'm in danger. No, this is what happens when you leave the rest of the party.
We need to get a t-shirt or a hat that says
Oh,
dangerous.
Bernard, I need to roll
To
off
wear.
with you, actually.
Oh, that's exciting.
Someone else at this
13?
4
Okay.
rolled as bad as me on initiative.
You ready?
Well, apparently not quite as bad.
All right. So they get a full round to themselves because it's a surprise round, so they get the advantage on attacking you.
Okay, so forget the I'm in danger meme. I'm thinking the Five Guys meme now.
Oh. What's your arm class?
14.
Alright, the first one misses. The second one hits as they are ticks. Giant ticks.
Are they blue?
Roughly this big. Dire ticks.
I
This
knew
one does
one
hit.
of you dogs would get ticks on this adventure.
About to do you too.
It's what happens when you sleep with dogs.
4 damage.
Okay.
Jeez.
I'm an egalitarian, but that's a bit of a stretch.
Third one crawling out. That's 18. That hits.
Now the question is, do they
3 damage.
latch on?
Yeah, no. As they sting, they latch on. You'll have to make a con save for each of these DC 12.
Good news. Con save DC 12.
Yeah.
Good news. It doesn't hurt.
All right. So 4th one. Does a 17 hit?
Yeah.
Does a 17 hit?
Some of you have AC 18. Get the fuck out of my face.
He already told you he had a 14.
All right, I forgot. 2.
Oh, good.
And the 5th and final one. Also, so you have 3 attached to you, I believe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nat 20.
Oh god.
Does a nat 20 hit?
Yeah.
You just got critted by it.
This is where you should,
5 damage, and it latches on.
Jesus.
Woo.
To the face.
They're all on his face,
so you
right?
have 4 ticks all over your body. One on your leg, one on your arm, one on your chest, and one right on your neck with its giant pulsating tail just
I see that.
wiggling back and forth. Alright, so I'm trying to figure out where you guys are in relation to him. Alright, so you guys are about there from all your rifling, so...
I would strongly suggest you run back towards us.
Yeah.
Pretty sure most of us go before him.
Yeah, everyone goes before him.
Yeah.
So.
Now you're going to be converged upon by 4 people all beating at you.
It will take you 2.5 movement actions to get to him.
Jesus.
Hence why he should be also running back towards
yeah.
him.
Yes. So, as an FYI, so this the tick gets to go first. It's draining your blood. You take 1 damage.
Woo!
Put it next there. The next tick gets to go. Or no, I'm sorry. That tick doesn't. That tick didn't hit you. So my fault. You get an HP back. That tick hits you. It's a nat 20.
Jesus.
That's 8 damage.
Okay, I'm down.
So you guys don't even really see what happens. You see him going over and going, ah! Collapse as his torch hits the floor.
You're down?
Yes.
Those ticks just did like what, 20 points easily?
No,
As they are draining Sheen of his vital fluids.
Draining the healer.
Yeah, no, I already got that.
Tucker, you can also give up a standard action to do your move action twice.
Okay, so I was presumed that they're very far from me then.
Yeah, I said that it would take 2.5 standard move actions to get to him.
Oh, to get to his character. Okay.
Yes.
Sure, I'll come and help him then.
Alright. So you're running over to help him, so that's so you run over.
Can I see the back?
You have a little bit of time. I have perfect. Vesper?
Question, is it taking us 2.5 move actions because we have to weave in and out of the desks?
No, it's because that's the distance.
It's just, okay.
We've taken out of the 10-minute round action. We're now in combat rounds.
No, I just wanted, I was going to see if Traverse would help me cut that in half by parkouring over the desks.
No.
Yeah. Well, I will also get as close as I can.
Alright, so double movement speed. Tagbard.
So you're down?
Yeah.
If he's down, can he still hear me?
Probably, but he can't react. He's unconscious.
So I can't use Inspiring Word? Then?
No. He is yeah, I think if it doesn't say that unconscious can't hear, then...
It says if the ally is within 60 feet and can see or hear the guardian.
Okay, he can hear.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to shout Inspiring Word at you.
Hang in there! We're almost there!
And you can roll your stamina dice plus 1 or 2, your choice, plus a d6.
So you have 2 stamina dice that you can heal with.
And a d6.
And a d6.
Plus a d6.
So your stamina dice is your normal HP die. For a shepherd.
Yeah, no, I got it. I'll do...
If you only do 1 of your stamina dice, you can do another one later after a short rest, but if you use both of them, then I think it's got to be a long rest? Or no, it's got to be
It's a long rest, and he has to make a Constitution save to gain those dice back in the field.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, you now or later, basically.
I'll do 1 then. Yeah.
Plus the d6.
Plus the d6. Woo, it's 6.
So, 6 healed?
Yeah.
You healed 6.
Mm-hmm. And that's a...
It is...
bonus action.
Okay.
So I'm also running
Alright.
that way.
Cool. So you run that way. It is one of the tick's turn. It does 2 damage as it's draining your blood.
Yay!
Luckily you can heal on your turn, hopefully. Bernard.
Alright, I'm going to just take a move, and he's not flailing too much.
No.
I'm going to shoot one of the ticks.
I assume the tick that hasn't gone yet?
Yes.
Okay.
20 to hit.
That hits.
6 points of damage.
You strike it, it is not dead yet, but it looks very battered.
Okay.
You take 2 points of damage, Sheen, as it's draining your blood. Sheen, it's your turn.
Position heal thyself.
Can I cast Cure Wounds on myself?
Yeah. Hang on, let me bring up the Pugmire book to the page I need, and I'll give you the book.
Oh, wait, no.
Ironically, he couldn't save himself.
Right. You could stop others from dying, but not himself.
Alright, well, I'm going to try to cure myself.
Alright, cure yourself.
That's 6.
6. Cool.
Try to suck the blood back into your body from the top.
So you heal 6. It's top of the round. Tick starts draining blood. Or actually, I think you can use a bonus action to try and pull one off.
Here the ticks are thinking like, oh my god, this meal is lasting so much longer. It's a buffet.
Yes, you can use it as a bonus action. So it's a DC 12 Constitution check. You only get to do one of these though.
Okay. No.
No. Tick does 3 damage.
Okay.
Next tick, 2 damage. Third tick, 6 damage.
Is he down again?
Yep.
He starts
As soon as he set the 6 damage, like, okay, he's down.
Down. Tucker.
Okay, what do I
You
do
can
to...
do a move action and a standard action, and you can attack one of the ticks.
Okay.
Would you like to do that?
I'll attack one of the ticks.
Alright, do you want to attack one of the ones that have already been damaged by Bernard, or one of the fresh ones?
So is the one... Bernard still one of the ones that was next to Thomas then?
They're all on Thomas.
Yep. I'll attack the injured one just so that one's at least down, or
Okay.
hopefully we'll get down soon. God damn it. 8.
No.
They don't take any reduction to AC for being attached to something?
No.
Okay.
Because their AC is tough and high. Yes. Vesper. You can get to them this time and attack.
I'm going to move up and attack.
Okay.
I will attack first the one that is hurt,
Okay.
and then I'm going to use the bonus action I have with my second hand sword to attack a different one, unless that one is still up, I guess.
Okay.
So, I have a 17.
That hits.
Okay. And that's 10 points of damage.
That tick is dead.
Then I will hit the other one.
Okay. I'm assuming the one that hasn't gone this round yet?
Yeah. That is a 19 without. And that is 6 points of damage.
Alright, you hit it. It is still up.
I got 1.
Tagbard?
Come on, shepherd! Get back on your feet.
More inspiring words. Do you still have a stamina die?
Yeah, I have 1.
Alright.
3, 4.
And then that was a bonus action. I can still run up and attack it.
Yeah, you can attack that tick.
How does that work given I'm attacking it with a greatsword and it's attached to him?
You run it through
It's
and
fine.
not him.
Yeah, it's fine. Roll.
YOLO.
So just roll attack.
Ooh, that's a 19. Plus
That
4
hits.
is a 23.
That hits.
Crit threat range is still just 20.
Yep.
Okay.
It's a 3.5 thing with it. Ranges.
Do-do-do-do.
Or a DCC with fires only.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
3 points.
It is dead.
Nice.
Because that's the ones Vesper hit. Bernard.
Gonna shoot a new one.
Alright.
I don't think I hit 11.
That does not hit. And Sheen.
You're conscious.
I'm conscious.
Healing yourself again?
I guess.
Just thinking, this is
7.
the Chinese buffet.
7.
It never ends.
Alright, Tick's turn. They are getting fat and jiggly now with the sheer amount of blood they've
Are we
consumed.
covered in blood from them popping when we killed them?
No, not these ones are starting to get filled
Okay.
because he keeps reviving his own blood. 6 6.
I kind of imagine it just him draining the blood back out of him, so they're
That's what it's like.
like they're expanding and then they're shrinking down as he's healing it.
Next one, 2.
I'm guessing you're down again now.
Not yet.
And last one, 3.
Now I'm down.
I can't help you anymore. That's it.
Yeah.
Alright, Tucker.
Alright, so is there any other ones damaged?
There's 3 fresh ones.
3 fresh ones? Alright, I'm gonna attack the one that just finished him off.
Okay.
I got the one that missed him.
Ooh, good one.
On its first turn, critical.
I got 23.
That hits.
Alright. I can't see. Nice, I got maximum damage. 13.
You strike it with a fierce blow as you slice it off, Tucker, with no issue, and blood just explodes in all directions. It has a faint Sheen's blood.
Yeah.
As
Now
you see,
soaked in my
there's a
blood.
faint bluish shimmer as his own divine strength seemed to have been passing through them as he was healing himself.
So magic
Vesper?
ticks. There's 2 ticks left.
Yes.
I will stab one.
Okay.
Whichever one hasn't gone yet.
Okay, that's they've all gone. So.
Okay, so I'll just stab one. And that does not hit.
Alright.
Can I do my bonus?
action? Yep.
Yeah, we'll try again. That's a nat 20.
Alright, roll 2 damage die.
Can I borrow your D8? Thank you. It's dead.
Yeah?
It's definitely dead.
Alright. As you poke it, and you poke it just enough as it pierces through, as you let go, it goes with blood as it falls backwards off of it and just keeps spraying blood, deflating in its death throes.
It flies like a inflated
Can I
balloon.
pick it up and try to squirt the blood into his mouth to replenish it?
That's not how this works.
I'm not a medic, I don't know. I'm just trying to be helpful here.
Tagbard.
I will attack one of the ticks.
Alright.
Only one
So
left.
there aren't any that are there aren't any unaccounted for that are not attached to him.
Nope. They're all attached. They all attached to him in like the surprise round or the round immediately afterwards. I just started training.
Okay. 15.
That hits.
Nice. See if I can do a little better. Yeah. 9 damage.
As it explodes in a horrible puff as chitin and Sheen's blood just splash on you.
You okay, buddy? You good?
Someone needs to do a medical check.
You good, Sheen? I'm not qualified for this.
Can I still do that after attacking?
Yeah, it's out of the combat round.
Oh, that was the last tip.
That was the last tip.
Good. Medical check is wisdom?
Heal is wisdom, yes.
Heal is wisdom, okay. 9.
You did not hurt nor hinder him. Sheen, roll a Constitution saving throw. DC 15.
Is that a 1?
That's a 1.
You got 2 failures.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Does anyone else want to do a heal check?
Do you have to
Can
have
we
a skill?
all?
It's a wisdom check.
Can we all make heal
Yes.
checks?
Or whoever, you can all help. You can have 2 people helping, and the person
I
who
will
has
help.
the highest wisdom has the advantage.
Help Tagbard.
Yeah,
I'm helping
Tagbard
you.
has the highest wisdom, so they're giving you a help action. So roll
Okay.
2d20s, take the higher of the 2.
Okay, that'll be a, ooh, no, 6 and a, yeah, total of 20.
Alright, you are patched up and stabilized.
Woo! Go team, go.
It seems that these ticks came in from the door that you're by.
I'd like to finish rifling through the desks really quick.
Okay. As you rifle through the desks, you find enough. So this is the equivalent of, so you know how there's how coins are no coins, few coins, etc. That's how resources are counted for. You all started with few coins, but there is enough plastic here to get you up to some coins.
Ooh.
Yeah. Some coins as opposed to few.
How do you want to?
So
Tagbard, you should come with me and help bring the shepherd with. We're heading back to the tree room.
Ah! Good thinking.
Oh, because the light. So I think we should all go back that direction together in case we have to pull you out from a snake.
That would be
you guys are the ones
awesome.
covered in blood.
Am I covered in blood?
Yeah.
Well, you said it just like...
Oh, yeah, no, hers is...
okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not. He's covered in blood.
I'm covered in blood.
You're covered in blood. I'm not.
Sheen is absolutely covered in blood.
Going to try and...
We should all go because something else could come through the door as well.
Yeah, let's all get out in the
more
hallway
attacks.
for a little bit.
Alright.
But I think we should come back in here and, I don't know,
Yeah,
light it on
you
fire.
do get to see on the other side of the door before you leave, thanks to Sheen's bravery.
And his magic blood maybe lighting up the room a little bit.
You see that that hallway goes... There's a hallway that's 10 feet by 30 with another opened kind of where a door was at the other end of it.
I'll shine my flashlight down real quick.
You do, and you hear a kind of rustle on the other side
But
in that area.
no invisible things?
No,
Okay.
there's something in that room.
So
Uh-huh.
perhaps we bypass this room and we go back here to safety to heal and get torches.
We
I
still
thought
have
we could use the
torches.
light.
But we should sneak... Gonna try and sneak Sheen to the light.
Okay? As you move towards the
Oh,
light,
we are, man.
Slow.
you slowly move. You actually see the snake. It's lying out, it's full, and it's simply resting
Okay.
Where?
at the far side again.
Ah.
Oh, so we see it. Alright.
No, it's not even trying to hide. It's full, it's happy. It's resting. You actually see that where it was is where the water actually comes out and creates this like small pond by it as it's resting around the pond.
Oh dear.
Sheen! After just a few moments, you heal 6 damage.
I'm going to take clippings and collect seeds of the plants that I
Okay.
don't recognize near here.
Alright,
I'm gonna stand by the
that's a
door.
survival check to properly do that. It'll be DC 12.
Alright. Yes.
Alright, you successfully do it. What are you doing, Vesper?
I'm standing by the door, keeping an eye out.
Okay.
Not getting any closer to that snake than I have to.
Alright.
I'm gonna try some of the water and
By
see.
getting by the snake.
I thought you said there were other little.
Oh, there are little streams, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can try some of the.
Some of the water closest to the light to see if it gives me any warm fuzzies.
Okay.
Now I'm just being water.
Is handle animal wisdom or still charisma in this?
Handle animal is. There we go. Handle animal is wisdom.
Sweet.
As you drink little bits of water, you feel something, a tingle in you, but it's mostly that the water is incredibly pure.
You should try. You should try some of the water.
Okay.
You drink and you heal 1 point damage.
Shall
Fill her
we fill up our little baggy bags?
Do it.
Okay.
Fill up.
I'm gonna
You
throw my.
try. It's a very small trickle. Like you'll have to sit there for about 10 minutes to get 1 canteen filled.
Oh.
That will take a full round.
Are there any
Other.
bigger sources of water?
Are there other small trickles?
There are, but it's very small. You might get half off those.
I think it's worth the wait. Just keep an eye on the snake.
It'll take that long to get over there, anyways.
Okay.
Still, the source of holy water makes this a
Yeah.
different.
Them healing and all of that. I am going to try and cautiously approach the snake.
Okay.
I'm not going to sneak up on the snake. I'm going
Okay.
to try handle animal, and I'm going to try and clean off its dead scales.
Okay. Sheen heal another 1 HP.
So handle animal.
Handle animal. This is gonna be the best one of your life. you try and the thing turns and it nips at you. Oh yeah.
10 points of damage.
Doing math real quick.
Oh, no, sorry. 12 points of damage.
You are actually right. Bites. 12 points. Make a Constitution save.
I'm sorry.
Wait. Yeah.
poor handle animal.
I mean, the total still would have been... No, 2 wasn't my total.
Oh, sorry.
I rolled a 2. My total was still a 7.
That would still provoke a nip. Like, it's not a forceful nip. Like, this thing clearly has multi-attack. It just did one nip of get away.
Okay. Con save of 22. Actually,
right.
25.
You are not poisoned.
Wait, it's a constrictor and it's poisonous?
Why not?
Bogus.
I mean, it's a giant snake that is clearly ancient, living in a room with a mini sun. Why not?
It's all the
It
things.
has to be very powerful.
And then we figure out that it actually has legs. It's a giant lizard. It breathes fire.
No, that comes later.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm working on a good Pugmire style dragon.
Oh. See, I'm getting ahead of myself.
It's so
That
ancient.
satisfies that, so I will back off.
You
So-
could fill up a canteen while you're up there.
Yeah.
I'm not too concerned about the water.
One spit, twice shy.
water. I'm going to stand next to the light, though.
Alright, there. You stand by the light, you heal 4.
You limp over and
So,
Your
you guys
arm-
That
stand
wasn't
long
even
enough
enough
to
to put me
get
at
fully
half.
healed. The serpent doesn't really move.
Okay.
And
This is your torches go out, as it's been several rounds.
everybody fills up a canteen or a water skin?
Yeah, as close to possible. Your canteen will heal you a D4.
For the full one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he took a long sip from the water on the ground.
Right. Cool. Better than nothing.
So,
yeah, fun Keegan.
what would you guys like to do next?
Leave the snake room.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's go back to the tick room.
One other thing I want. Can I find any any sheddings that it has?
Oh, let me roll survival for you.
It's gonna be a
What's the plus?
5.
You find a little bit. The tip of the tail. It's about a foot long. The thickness is about 3 or 4 inches from just the shedding.
Is it still about as hard as we suspected scales are?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna take that with me.
Alright, cool.
That is nice.
As you go back to the tick room, and you have some time to think about that next week. Thank you everyone for listening. If you haven't yet and you've listened to however long this episode is, please like and subscribe to our channel. All right, thank you. See you next week. Bye.